Those of you who got an invite, welcome to Nerd Prom.
No matter where in the world you are, we're all Nerds International. With the hyphen.
Alright, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you from kinda cold and sunny, weird fall, not quite winter, Duluth, Minnesota. I am sorry if I sound a little plugged up. I got a head cold. It's kicking my ass. But the postman came and he knocked on my door today and he left me something. So we have to see what it is. This is going to go out to everybody on YouTube because this is actually full disclosure from Zadmar Games. Mr. Richard Woolcock sent this to me to do a review. So it was graciously sent by him and paid for. You guys know I always say that, send me PDFs. Don't, small game publishers. I appreciate, obviously I love all the books and everything, but I don't want these guys are struggling to make a dime, and most of them have full-time jobs, and this is a hobby that they do for the love of it, and they're working their asses off, and I hate for them to spend money out of their own pocket to send me physical product. As much as I love it, and I'll take it every time you send it to me, but I also understand, and I would feel bad knowing that a company didn't do well because they were sending out a bunch of free product when they could have been selling it. And if they have a PDF. But Richard reached out to me a couple weeks ago, and he's working on a D12 system. It's not quite done yet, and I had offered to do a review for it because from what I did see of it, it looked pretty cool, and I was interested in it, and I'm always on the lookout for cool systems and everything. But he reached out to me and he said, hey, my D12 system isn't ready yet, but I'm working on this Saga of the Goblin Horde countdown deck for Savage Worlds. And I know you're a Savage Worlds fan, so would you physically review it? And he offered to send me a physical copy. And I said, sure, but you could send me a PDF. And he's like, nah, I'd rather send you a physical. So very cool. Thank you, Richard. It's very nice of you. I hope I said the name of your company right. I'll include links in the bottom, but it's Zadmar, Zadmar Games, and they are on Drive-Thru RPG. And so let's open this bad boy out. Let's see what we got here. And again, thank you very much for sending them to me. These are available on Drive-Thru RPG. I'll get you the prices here. Safety first. Let's put our knife away. I'm a little fogged up on antihistamines and everything to try and get rid of this stupid cold. Head cold, but it's kicking my ass. So Saga of the Goblin Horde countdown deck. You have several options. You have print and play PDF for $3. Guys, you can get a deck of cards for $3. See here, I don't have my glasses on, so $3. Or you can get a physical set of cards. This is just how it came right out of the pack for $12. That's a pretty smoking deal. Or you can get both the cards and the PDF for a special price right now of $12. So I'll include a link in the show notes. And the doobly-doo, as Matt Colville likes to say, and I have totally stolen that from him, and he admits that he stole it from somebody else. But so this is a unique playing card deck for his one-sheet Saga of the Goblin Horde, which you can download off of Drive-Thru RPG for free as well right now. But what's different about this deck and what's cool about it, and we're going to open it up here in just a second, but I wanted to talk about it for a minute, is it has 4 jokers instead of the usual 2, and each joker has a suit. And it says, the blurb from the Drive-Thru site here says, this can make the game even more crazy and ties in better with some of the rules, such as the kickball rules in the Saga of the Goblin Horde campaign, which have a special effect if you draw a joker, the Joker of Clubs. Then also you get the prominent countdown numbers at the top of each card. You can use these for initiative, deal a card to each player and one of the group of NPCs and count down from the highest to lowest. Turn order, fast characters can draw multiple cards and keep the highest, while very slow creatures might draw 2 and keep the lowest. So pretty cool. So basically a Savage World, just a regular poker deck, but it has 4 jokers in it instead of the 2. And then it says the last blurb here is the Saga symbol. At the bottom of each card, these symbols are improvisational prompts. An elephant could represent a sort of herd creature or just something big. or it can be interpreted as strength, stamina, wisdom, memory, loyalty, etc. Likewise, the torch might represent fire, knowledge, destruction, heat, light, exploration, etc. The saga symbols can be used as inspiration for the goblins' boastful tales and downtime activities. To add flavor to the adventure generator, draw one card for each scene to flesh out complications during a chase, and so on and so on. Note, if you want to use the countdown deck on the virtual tabletop or simply want to check out the cards before you buy them, you should download the free VTT cards and tokens. So that is super awesome. You can download the virtual tabletop and you can see what the cards look like. That's pretty cool. So if you kind of wanted to, but then again, it's $3, guys. Come on, $3. You can, I mean, right now $3 for me is tight. Sadly, a little personal news. I was denied my veterans grant because they said unstable income. No shit. I'm trying to get a job. That's why I need the grant. But I do have the option to appeal it, and since they couldn't verify my wife or my work, so we're going to work on that. But let's see here. This is the drive-through cards. This is just the invoice. Yep, just saying that they sent it to me. Very cool. And again, a huge shout out to Richard Wolcock and his gaming company Zadmar Games for sending me this awesome deck. So if you've never ordered cards from Drive-Through Cards or Drive-Through RPG, it's the same company. You always get one of these cards. I've gotten several decks from these guys, and this is just, I don't know if it's their proof card or if it's just but it has the customer order and everything on there. OBS, poker cards, premium stock in a print number. So it's always good. You don't need to keep this. You could throw it away or whatever. Maybe you want to keep it if you wanted to reorder. So the cards have a nice premium feel. They're a little glossy. They're decently thick. Like any cards that I would use in a role-playing game, I'll wind up putting them in sleeves. I run a lot of Savage Worlds, and I can tell you right now, I'm totally jonesing to run Richard's one sheet of the Saga of the Goblin Horde, because who doesn't love goblins, man? They're fun. Again, I'm going to apologize for sounding stuffy and congested. I'm fighting a vicious head cold. I'm also letting the beard grow back because, hey, it's Duluth, and this is the land of beards and flannel. So I'm going to look like a scruffy nerd herder for a couple of weeks. But it usually grows in pretty well. Being half Native American and half German, I can't grow the best beard in the world, but I'm happy with it. So the cards are back, a little on the plain side. I would have liked to have seen maybe a goblin picture or something on there, or maybe the Savage Worlds logo. I don't know what their requirement with Zadmar Games and Pinnacle is. Maybe they didn't get the rights to do that, or maybe it's a matter of cost and printing. But they are nice cards. Like I said, they're very plain on the back, just kind of like almost like a faux leather look to them. And then you got your rule card. Oops. And you got, your little goblin there, which is creepy looking, if I must say the same. And then, of course, you got your cards, so going all through. If I can get them in the frame here, I'm fighting this cold, and I'm just discombobulated. So, yeah, nice premium card deck, Phil. Let's get to these jokers. There they are. That's what we want to see. But before we get to the jokers, let's see. Okay, so your face cards, unlike a lot of Savage Worlds decks, there's no thematic art here. We got the number at the top, and that's what they were talking about for like the initiative. Savage Worlds already has an initiative built in with the cards themselves, but you could still use this. It would be even easier. Some people don't know the suits of cards, reverse alphabetical order and so on and so forth. So this is just an easier way to do initiative, and I like it. The cards look nice. They've kind of got that Old West look to them. There's the little piece of art he was talking about him. So, we got a turtle, so we could say wisdom, we could say armored, we could say slow, that kind of thing. So you've got a couple choices there there's all these little pictures on the bottom. There's, a book for knowledge or whatever. I'm falling apart here, guys. I apologize. Lots of cool little images. That's really, this looks like a minotaur. You could say it was a wandering monster maybe came in or something. Yeah, lots excuse me, I apologize. Woo, got the sneezes. Oh, poison? So, in a pivotal scene, you can flip a card, it comes up to poison. Somebody tried to get poisoned. So all kinds of cool stuff here. I'm digging it. I like these. These are definitely get shuffled into my Savage Worlds bag to use in my normal Savage Worlds games or a Deadlands game. But here's the extra cards he was talking about. And so we've got, problem is I got the microphone right here. So we got the ace, which is numbered 52. And so that's our last card. And then we got the jokers, and there's 4 jokers, which is pretty freaking solid. Because most poker decks only have 2 jokers, of course. This one has 4 because of the special rules in it. And they're, of course, sequentially numbered, which is even more awesome because then you can use that for your initiative. And they've also got the suits on them. So we got clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. And then, man, the art. Oh, wow. So let's see if we can get this in here. Look at that. That's pretty solid. Like a goblin shaman. Then a warrior of some kind with a big backpack on. Maybe a thief, you could say, a rogue or something. And then that's more of a rogue or a pirate. But yeah, the art is solid, man. I like that. So, I mean, what more can we say? A nice 52 card deck or 54 card deck, a rule card, and you get this and the PDF for $12. Normally 15, but he's having a little sale going on right now. So, and then you get the cool little card case that comes with it. I will say I'm lucky. This is the first one I've gotten that I've ordered from DriveThruRPG that hasn't been broken. They're usually always broken. They get manhandled in the post, and they just look like, the plastic is all shattered. You can't use it. I'll since this one's in great shape, I'll keep it and use it, to keep those cards in there for right now. But he's got a one sheet up also on DriveThruRPG, which you can go check out. Like I said, he is working on his D12 game. But this is just to enhance your Savage Worlds game, your Saga of the Goblin Horde deck. Let me see if I can. Oh man, I don't want to squeeze the box. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. That's the problem. I've done this before. I lied. I got one box before. With the cards, and I broke it when I tried to open it. So big knucklehead me. I wanted to turn it over so I could have the art in there, so I could hold it up on the screen. There we go. This is actually a different type of card box than what I've gotten in the past. So maybe they've taken that into consideration. Maybe they've gotten a better quality or it feels a little sturdier. I mean, it's pretty solid. So it's definitely different from the card boxes I've gotten in the past when I've ordered cards from DriveThru. So maybe they got tired of customers complaining that the box was destroyed when it came in the mail. Because like I said, I've gotten about maybe 4 or 5 different card decks from DriveThru. And all but one of them was broken. This will be, I think, the 5th or 6th one. This one, of course, is a different box. So maybe they got a different box, but Richard Wilcoxer, Zadmar Games, you knocked it out of the park. This is pretty awesome. I think for $12 from DriveThruRPG, you get the PDF and the physical cards. That's a winner. Because anybody who's played Savage Worlds or any game where you use playing cards, these things get mangled, they get tore up. People spill soda on them. It happens. So having the PDF so you can print off some new ones, that's pretty cool. But then again, for $9 or whatever for the card deck, that's not breaking the bank. $12 is for a customized deck of playing cards, not a bad deal. So definitely go to DriveThruRPG, pick a copy up. Even if you just get the PDF, you can go on there and look at it. And you can go to Virtual Tabletop. You can install that software. It's pretty easy to install. I've played with it a little bit. It's not my cup of tea. I use Fantasy Grounds. That's more to my style. I've used Roll20, but I'm not a huge fan of it. That's just me. That doesn't mean it's bad or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. I like Fantasy Ground. Plus, I paid money for Fantasy Ground, and I like how Fantasy Ground works. So yeah, if you're running Savage Worlds and maybe you're doing these would work great for Shintar because there's a lot of goblins in Shintar. This would work great for any fantasy setting, any Savage World setting that you were using. I've seen a couple conversions already of Starfinder to Savage Worlds. So, of course, Starfinder is the Paizo publishing one. These would work great because Paizo, it's all about the goblins. So, that's a cool goblin. It's very similar to Paizo's goblin. So, thematically, it would fit in. So, yeah, I'm actually very impressed. Of course, full disclosure, these were sent to me for free to do a review. But I could tell you, I'm going to use them in my game. I like, just the simple thing of having that number at the top to make initiative tracking easier, because then you just go by the number. You don't have to worry about, hearts before spades or spades before hearts or whatever. And some players get confused and don't know. And, you don't have to waste time. It's just whoever's got the highest number goes first. Boom, you're good to go. So I like that. I like that a lot. I also really dig the little icon at the bottom for storytelling. If you're going into a scene, you're in a big restaurant or you're in a tavern and you want to, affectation of some role playing or something's going to happen, you flip over the card and it's poison. Oh, somebody got poison. Does it have anything to do with the main story? No, probably not, but it's just something as a GM you can throw in and keep the players on their toes. We like to do that as GMs. Keep them guessing so they don't know the scenario. So, Richard, sir, these are awesome. Thank you very much for sending them. Like I said, I was feeling poopy today. I'm getting ready to start a new job. I'm waiting for my background and security clearance to go through. I'm going to be doing some tech support for the EPA, which is really cool, here in Duluth. And I was laying in bed, miserable, can't breathe, and knock on the door, and here these were. So, sir, you made my day. I knew they were coming today because Richard was nice enough to send me the tracking information. So I knew they were coming today, but I was like, I'm not moving. But then someone knocked on my door, and I ran downstairs, and sure enough, boom, these were here. So it kind of made my day. So thank you very much, sir. Made an otherwise miserable day a little bit more tolerable. I've got a little energy now because I'm excited for these. I've got all kinds of thoughts running in my head. Mr. Mean is gonna try his damnedest to be at Gamehold Con, November 8th through the 11th in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm gonna try my damnedest to be there. I'm running the Dark Eye for sure, but I think these may make an appearance for a Savage Worlds game, maybe a nice Shintar session. I'm a huge fan of Shintar, for those that don't know. I also really dig The Last Parsec. So Savage Worlds is one of those games where if you've never played it, you're doing yourself a disservice. It takes 10 minutes to make a character, and you've got, hours, years of enjoyment with that one character because it's a really good system. They're getting ready to kickstart the Savage Worlds Black, which is their new revised Savage Worlds, by basically 2.0. They're making some changes to the rules, and everything I've read and seen so far, it sounds really good. I'm going to try to back the Kickstarter, but as you guys all know, because I kind of, not to wail too much about my personal situation, but it's been a rough couple of months with lack of income and everything. And the Veterans Administration here in Duluth, Minnesota has been amazing, and they've helped us keep us on our feet so we didn't lose our house or anything. So we're just trying to hang in there and keep our heads above water. I appreciate it. Everybody who's a Patreon member or likes and subscribes, thank you so much. It gives me the encouragement to keep doing these. Guys like Mr. Richard Wilcock, who, reach out to me and say, hey, review my product. I appreciate it. And I tell these guys up front, I'm going to be honest. If I like it, if I don't like it, you're going to know. I'm not going to pull any punches. I can honestly say everything that I've been sent, which hasn't been a whole lot, maybe 4 or 5 things in the little bit over a year I've had this channel, have been pretty cool stuff. And I've been very honored and privileged to review things like this, because this is a guy that's taken time out of his busy life, and he's making a product that he's putting out there for the world to criticize. And, it takes a lot of oomph to do that, a lot of chutzpah. And kudos to you, sir, because this is a cool product. It's very simple. It's nothing amazing, But it's little things like the little icons on the bottom and the numbers at the top that will make your Savage Worlds game run just a little easier. And let's face it, who doesn't want to run an easy game? I mean, anything a GM can do to make his life easier behind the screen makes the game that much more enjoyable for their players. So kudos to you, Richard, for making this. It's a simple niche that it fills the gap, and it fills it very well. I am very proud to have this in my gaming collection, and I will use it in my next Savage Worlds game. So, as always, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe. Hit the ding to be donged when I bing. The little bell up in the upper right-hand corner will let you know when I post a new video. If you've subscribed, please tell your friends. I'm almost at 400 subscribers. It's a small channel. It's just me sitting in front of a camera on my computer, babbling for sometimes 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. And then my Patreon. The Patreon helps out a lot. It's putting, believe it or not, it's putting food on my table. It's helping me feed my son. It's helping me, keep gas in my car so I can go to job interviews. I do have a job now, but unfortunately I've got another month to go before I can actually start because I have to do all these background clearances and everything, which luckily they're not based on finances or I'd be screwed and I wouldn't get the job. But anyway, peace, love, and happiness. Thanks, everybody. A big shout out to Richard over at Zadmar Games for sending me the Goblin Saga Horde deck, countdown deck. It's very cool. I look forward to using it in my next Savage Worlds game. If you're going to be at Game Hole, Colin, come up and say hi. Let me know you're a subscriber. We'll take a picture. We'll do a selfie. I don't do selfies. You don't want this on your camera. It's not pretty. But anyway, I'm hoping to maybe run into a couple of the meanies. That's what I call my followers because I'm Mr. Mean and you guys are all my meanies. I have a Discord channel. Please feel free to join it. I'm on there every often, chatting with people and stuff. And if there's things you want to talk about, gaming industry, trends in the industry or whatever, feel free to jump on there and say hi. Next upcoming video is going to be with the guys from Indie. It's Never Dark Enough. And their newly released game Shattered. I got my Kickstarter copy in the mail. We're waiting for everybody to get their shipping copy, and the guys are going to jump back on the channel with me. We're going to do a live interview where I'll post it for everybody to see, and hopefully one lucky viewer will get a free PDF copy of the game. I have to clear that with the guys over at Indie, but I'm pretty sure it won't be a problem. As always, guys, like and subscribe. If you feel the need and you got the spare cash, hit up my Patreon. I got 3 levels of subscription, $5, $10, and $15. Do what you can. It's always great. And as always, peace, love, and happiness. Like and subscribe. And remember, Mr. Mean says be nice.